sunrise.
Free Guy. Rated PG-13.
I'm going to make sure I have security because I know I have had attempts on my life and I have too much work to do. There are too many people that need help right now for me to allow that. So if I end up spending $200,000, if I spend $10 more on it, you know what? I get to be here to do the work. So suck it up, and defunding the police has to happen. We need to defund the police and put that money into social safety nets because we're trying to save lives. I have private security because my body is worth being on this planet right now. I have private security because the white supremacist, racist narrative that they drive into this country.
And while the progressives continue to call for slashing police budgets, violent crime continues to surge in liberal cities like Atlanta, New York, LA, Portland, and Philadelphia. I don't know how Chicago didn't make that list, but let's add Chicago just for good measure. Greg, an obvious and predictable
because it's not the
yes,
cop
I just
station.
like saying
marijuana
should be illegal, except
Start
for me
with the
because I'm
team
a
you
leader
do.
and pot helps
Follow
me
it
deal
and
with
lead
the
instead
press.
of armchair somebody else's shit.
Her anger and incoherence is born from an outrage that she feels that she's being threatened, and maybe she is, but she should join the club, and she should translate that outrage
you have an
to
active
empathy.
case.
She is now like everyone in New York City. She's like the elderly ladies who feel terrified when they're on the subway, right? Or the shop clerks, or the delivery men, or the bicycle messengers, or anybody who risks their lives when they go out on the street these days and become victimized. She should now understand the people, the shop owners, the bodega owners who lost their businesses and their careers in the riots, in the turmoil, in the fires, in the looting. She says that her life depends on the security and her life is worth it. I agree. But why the hell don't you feel the same way for your constituents, right? You can't just say, I get security,
with some camo where they go. Why don't you go grab one living down to the millimeter like that and say in that
one
office?
of the ways that she does that is through campaign contributions.
Seem like
That's
it's
how
up to
she pays for
protocol?
it. And the regular
Seem like it's just anywhere near your standards?
You don't have a campaign and a financial election finance report that you have to turn in.
If we defund police, anybody for defunding police should lose their security.
Well, that's got to be interesting, and that might be a good attack. I mean, it worked in New York City, Jesse, for Eric Adams, who was not for defunding the police.
I like the fact that she pays for her own. That's coming out of her paycheck to take care of a bunch of workers in a job that she considers the best of it. Why would, in the gravity of that situation, at least, hey,
and then today,
Hades
they make her the biggest star
I
in
mean,
the Democratic
after all, in
it's
all
such
of
an
this,
easy lesson to learn. Just open your eyes. Days after David Dorn was shot and killed in St. Louis, she called for defunding the police. And St. Louis defunded the police $4 million in 2020. They had the highest homicide rate in 50 years, and murders are surging in St. Louis County.
So what's the moral license on
It is
the
a tough
intellectual
neighborhood
property
where
of
she is
mathematics
from. I've traveled
classes
a
in
lot,
town?
South Central, Detroit, North
But
Philly.
not to be fun
that
here,
district that she's in
you're
St.
making
Louis was the
decisions that
toughest
lead to a
neighborhood
result.
I've ever been to.
Any decision that they make could causally say, well, there's some problems without any review on the situation before you sign the damn X inside of your kind of went away from the vote, the velocities, the vectors, or any other standards you might have to calculate to, oh, you were expecting in your policies for the homicide rates to go up. No? Well, then maybe you shouldn't be in charge.
She launched her career after that.
How about you guys? What do you do? You think you're out of it?
Screaming, you can't stop the revolution. And
it's a desk. Is the chair really there, Sentinel? What are you doing on guard about the standards?
Burned to a crisp.
Beep,
then
beep.
She said if the January 6 rioters were black, they would have been shot dead.
What do you think I'm doing? Saving those case studies on recorded timelines? What my opinions on the vectors might change somebody's opinions to be a perception? Jordan Patterson's daughter out there with some brother that was homeless living in the Mojave Desert eating rattlesnakes comparatively to town? You graph the same damn numbers.
She's on Netflix in a Squad documentary. Come on.
You fall right to the floor.
Everything she says.
What I know to be real is this chair exists. Why? Because there's no ability behind it. The truth of the matter is I'm sitting out here watching it because I got to get those numbers. I can't go out there and watch some damn senator. They don't live off those numbers because if then they didn't use Fox in the box, guess what happens? There'd be no reason for them.
Because moderate members
there's nothing to support them or defend them. This is a good one. This is a bad one. Great decisions. Not so great decisions. Obviously, at the board, you're going to need to work that up, down, down, up, and every other angle of that, wouldn't you?
Is not legal.
What are you doing?
Elevated her again.
This is a fucking Senate. You're going to get a review off the people from here that what? Gauge your trajectory on your opinions and how these words come out other than just whatever? You pay me and just whatever?
Turn up the
be pretty, stand out here a whore for the floor hunt? How about this one over here? Are you, brother?
AOC said we need to abolish our carceral system.
What would you call it?
She wants to get rid of
what else would you call it by the derivative?
Rashida Tlaib, no more policing, no more incarceration.
You're out there being pretty, trying to do some time like, hey, and I get the cat house. Box and box.
Essentially is coming out
but I don't have one in
to
Binghamton.
Greg's point,
I can't have a clean system where it's eventually either going to be I can pay for it or I'm going to pay for it. And I'm going to wind up getting something that's off on the index, banging something that's married, or you're pushing on the index. Well, we just had out there some pedophile ring that just got clipped from a bunch of them working at fucking Disney. Some administrative policy bullshit run across CNN about motherfuckers. I seen that's on my index. I work at fucking Disney. Oh, you all give me your fucking computer password today. You can get the fuck out. Somebody out there, this goddamn college right now, training kids the goddamn ZBrush, how to make a movie, the math on the economics of the trajectory of everything inside of here. Why do I need some piece of shit? Break down the index. Turn something, even if it was Disney and everything beneficial about that come the stock model, how useful that could be, you fuck it.
Cockamamie idea ever